Hello and welcome to Our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 32.
Today is February 1st, and it is hard to believe we have been living in the resorts for an entire month already.
It's flown by in so many ways. There have been so many things that have happened already, good and bad. We've had a little bit of everything. It's just been kind of fun, but also
It's been awesome.
challenging, but also amazing. And it's this whole mix of emotions. And we are just getting started. We're only a month in. We've still got 11 months to go. So we're super excited for what is coming next.
Now, today was a checkout day, so we did pack everything up. We called Bell Services. They came and got our larger suitcases. We kept our smaller suitcases with us and the important bags like our camera gear and our backpack with our laptops in it. And we drove over to our next day, which was at Animal Kingdom Lodge Jumbo House with a pool view. And our room was ready pretty quickly around 12:30. We were very excited about that. We always love when the rooms are ready early.
Absolutely. It makes a big difference because you don't lose that 3 or 4 hour window in the afternoon, which for us is time that we would normally spend working in the room or working on a project or whatever it may be. Instead, we get to actually do that in the room instead of trying to find somewhere in the lobby, and it just makes everything so much better.
Oh yes. So we did do our 360 pictures, we did our detail pictures, and of course, we did a room tour.
I like the tribal decorations on the door there. It looks like a shield. That's pretty cool. I feel like I'm walking into Wakanda or something. Over here, when you first walk in, we've got a dresser with actually some really, really big drawers on it, which is nice to have. A lot of times they're very shallow and don't hold much. So it's nice to have some big drawers in the room on a dresser like that. And then I will let Alyssa point out some of the cool details she's found in here as we wandered through the room.
And the details in this room were truly incredible. We spent a good amount of time checking them out. Two of our favorites were, one, the wallpaper. So there were lots of hidden details, and it was basically a map, which was really cool to see. But one little detail inside the wallpaper was the compass actually had a hidden D in it for Disney. And it's one of those things, unless you know it's there or you're specifically looking at the wallpaper, you're never gonna see it. And we love that the Imagineers include stuff like that.
Yeah, it's really fun to find those little details.
But my other favorite detail about this room were the curtains. The curtains were actually embroidered with the characters from The Lion King. I mean, the true detail in this is incredible, and it was so much fun to find this. We had no idea it was there. We actually happened upon it on accident when we were moving the curtains, and it looked like a face was looking at us. And we stopped, and sure enough, we could see all the characters from The Lion King. We were freaking out. We're like, oh my goodness!
It was the coolest thing. And if you do want to see all those details and a few others, you can watch the entirety of the room tour. Again, lower resolution because it was on Facebook Live, but we did link that down below in the description and also up there. Now, after we got all checked in, finished our videos and pictures, we were hungry, so we headed down to the quick service location here at Animal Kingdom Lodge, Jumbo House. It is Mara. And this is one of our favorite quick service locations because the food there is really, really good. It's not your typical quick service food, which could be a bad thing, I guess, if you're a little bit of a picky eater. So you might want to keep that in mind choosing a resort. But for us, we love the food at Mara. We also love the food at Boma and Chico and Tusker House and all the other places that have the African-inspired food. So it worked out really well. I got the pulled pork sandwich, but it's not a barbecue pulled pork like you would typically expect from somewhere like Polite Pig, which is delicious. I can't say Polite Pig without mentioning how amazing it is. I'm sorry. I have to. But this is an African pulled pork, so a lot of different spices and flavors in there. Still really good pork. It wasn't smoked the same way. It wasn't cooked the same way, but it was amazing. It was a great, great sandwich. And then Alyssa got the chicken club sandwich, and it was also very good. I preferred the barbecue. Personally, it was
his barbecue was really good.
Yeah, I think mine was a little bit better, but yours was still really good. And you also got some soup.
Actually, the soup was probably my favorite thing. My sandwich was good. I really enjoyed it, but personally, I think his sandwich was better. but the soup was really good. It had so many flavors, and again, it was nice and warm and hearty. That was a really enjoyable side to have, so I'm really glad I ordered that too.
So then we headed back to our room because we had to prepare a few things and get ready for a Facebook Live video we were doing. We were going to be doing a giveaway, the first merchandise giveaway we had on our page there. If you remember a few days ago, we were working in the DVC lounge and working on a giveaway setup there on Facebook. This was that giveaway. We were ready to run it and pick our winners. So we went live on Facebook and did a little giveaway there. And we also announced that our new website had finally launched. And it launched because, yesterday we were up until 1 o'clock in the morning getting it ready, but it was there, it was live. So we did our giveaway, announced all the winners, told everyone to go check out the new website, and then we had to get going because the friends that we ate with at Grand Floridian Cafe came back for one more quick stop before they left town, and we decided to take them to the Top of the World Lounge at Bay Lake Tower. Now, if you've never heard of Top of the World Lounge, that's okay because it's not super widely known. It is a Disney Vacation Club member exclusive lounge. You do have to have your Vacation Club membership card to go in the elevator up to the Top of the World Lounge. And it's called that because it's on the top floor of Bay Lake Tower. It's not a sit-down restaurant where you can make a reservation. It is just a lounge, so you have to walk up and wait for a table or wait for a couch because they do have a couple couches in there. And they don't have a really full entree menu, but they have pretty large appetizers. I mean, they call them appetizers. They're more like small plates.
There's plenty to share.
There's more than enough food there. So we met our friends there. Thankfully, it was not a very busy night. So we were able to put our orders in for all of our food. And we got the orders in just in time for Happily Ever After. Yay. So we got to walk outside of the lounge. We could stay inside to watch because there's big windows, but it's better from outside. So we walked outside onto the balcony and watched Happily Ever After there from the top floor. Amazing experience. It's one of our favorite places to watch Happily Ever After, and we got to bring our friends along with us, so that was extra special that night.
It was very special. They do pump in the music to Happily Ever After, and you never really realize how big the fireworks actually are until you watch from somewhere like Top of the World Lounge, where you get to see them from a different angle. You get to kind of see different areas that they get shot off. And when you're in front of the castle, you kind of just get that one view of the fireworks. Oh, they're this big and they're coming from this direction. But when you see it from a different angle, you get to see how big they are. You get to see different areas that they're shot off. It's so cool to watch. So we
really
love
fun.
Seeing it up there, and we love watching Happily Ever After anytime, honestly. But we really enjoyed up there. After that, we headed back inside. Thankfully, our food was ready. We each ordered something different so that, again, we could all try something and so we could take pictures and share them.
They're such great friends, aren't they? They just sacrifice and share food with us,
really
and we share food with them. I like food sharing friends.
So we ordered the margarita flatbread, which actually does have a lot of flavor. I very much enjoy that. We also got the nachos, which, I mean, they're nachos. They're good, but not the greatest thing ever. And shrimp and grits, which were really, really good.
Those are actually my favorite shrimp and grits on property. I've had it at several different places around property, like Coral Reef and French Quarter, and honestly, I think Top of the World has the best shrimp and grits.
Oh, they know what they're doing up there. And then the last thing we got was the pulled pork sliders, and that was just really enjoyable for each of us to share. We just had a really nice selection of food options, and none of it was super heavy, which we really liked because by the time we watched the fireworks, it's a little bit later, and we didn't want something that was just kind of going to sit on our stomach. Now, whenever you go to the Top of the World Lounge, there's one thing you must get every time, and that is the 7-layer chocolate cake.
It is amazing. It is such good cake. And I don't know if it's because of the environment where you have the fireworks and friends and the cool lounge, or if it's the cake itself. But I'm pretty sure it's the
really
cake
good,
itself
though.
because I've had it outside of the lounge as well, and it's also really good. This cake is so sweet, but not the type of sweet that hurts your teeth. It's just really, really full of flavor. You've got different types of chocolate. You have white chocolate and a lighter chocolate and a darker chocolate. And you have this one layer in there that's this crunchy
That's my favorite layer.
hazelnut crunch layer. And it gives the texture when you bite into it. It's got the crunch. It's just so, so good. I love the giant cake up there. And that piece they give you is more than enough to share with at least one person, if not more.
Oh yes, and I mean, honestly, we could have ordered two and we probably would have eaten it, but that doesn't necessarily mean we should have eaten it. And Top of the World Lounge is currently not open. However, you can still try the 7-layer cake down at the Wave. It is a secret menu item right now, which is really cool because normally if you're not a DVC member, you would never be able to try this unless someone who is a member takes you up to the lounge. So if you're ever going to try this cake, and I promise you it is worth it, you need to go to the Wave and ask for the secret menu item with the 7-layer cake.
That's all you have to do to get it. You don't have to be a member.
good.
You just show up. You can just go to the lounge at the Wave and get the cake and have a drink at the lounge at the bar there and do that too. It's fine. But I've had more than my share of that cake in the last couple years, and I still very much enjoy it.
But we are advising, take friends or family with you or plan to take it with you. We do not advise eating the whole cake. As good as it is, and as much as I would love to do that, I'm not recommending that.
But you can. We won't stop you. It's okay.
We won't judge.
Disney calories don't count anyway. So we said goodbye to our friends, and they left because they were leaving town first thing the next morning. We headed back to our resort over at Jumbo House at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and that is the end of our day. So we will see you tomorrow
For our Year with the Ears.